Overdrive today, we get an ultimate off-roading experience with the 2024 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon and pit two of the most popular turbo petrol SUVs against a very popular hybrid SUV. Hello and welcome to Overdrive. I am Soini Dutt. The outdoors is the Jeep Wrangler's natural habitat, and as we drive the 2024 model of the Wrangler Rubicon through some interesting forest trails in Punjab, we tell you what's new and improved in the best production off-roader out there today.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the model 2024 Rubicon, the Wrangler Rubicon. What's new, you would ask, because it's still the same shape, right? But that's been the case all these years. There is, however, a new grille, a bunch of cameras, radars. There is also a new windscreen. If you step inside, there is a massive new infotainment, new speakers, some updates to the mechanicals, etc. Whether you're driving in the city or just enjoying the views on the highway and you spot something even better on the horizon and you want to get there, in all probability, the Wrangler will take you there. And this is considering that most luxury SUVs will probably not even attempt it. You don't have to believe me. Let me show you. Let's take it to some places where your normal cars are probably never going to go. Now, this is not a man-made course. This is not something that was tailor-made for the car. Well, in a way it was, by nature, not by people. This is where the Wrangler truly feels at home, in the middle of the wilderness, in the middle of all the sand and rock and trees and shrubs. And while you have all that serious hardware in this car, it just makes it so effortless. I mean, look how close I am to the elements. Like with the doors removed, with these bars in place, I'm literally one with nature. And if you really enjoy that kind of stuff, that is where you appreciate what the Wrangler and especially the Rubicon stands for. Now, what I have in front of me is a massive, massive dip. In fact, they sort of measured it. They said it's like going from the 10th floor of a high rise all the way down. And it's really steep. So let's see. I'm still smiling. Okay, so hill descent on, manual. So now to increase speed here, I'm essentially going to use the manual transmission and increase the speed. You can see it right there. So I'm going to keep it to 8 kilometers an hour because 8 feels like a good number today. And now we are going to go down this really steep slope. Okay, I've put it to 3 kilometers an hour now. Oh. Like I said, it just makes it look so easy. I'm telling you, I still had my heart in my mouth. And the Wrangler, it has to maintain that 7-slat grille look on the face. Otherwise, I'm telling you, it must be just grinning while coming down that slope. So I have taken off my shoes because clearly I did not bring waterproof shoes to this drive event. So basically what's going to happen is we are going to drive through a real river which has got a strong current. It's not a man-made water fording test. It's a proper river and a deep one at that. Oh, it's cold. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, guys. Now, the other beauty of this water wading is that even if the water were to enter the cabin, which it did right now, even if the seats were to submerge underwater, which is almost what it did right now, the 12-way adjustable seating, all those electronics are still going to continue to work. Same is the case even for the AC controls, even the touchscreen. So if you have a snorkel, if you have water till your chest height, the touchscreen is still going to continue working. Wow, absolutely wow. And before we head to the road, let me quickly show you what is new on the 2024 Wrangler. You have these curtain airbags for all the 4 occupants, and they work even if there is no roof. So even when you're off-roading, in case you have a tumble, they're going to work. Then you have this massive 12.3-inch instrumentation screen. It's got a lot of instrumentation data, infotainment data, all of that wealth of information on it. And like typical Wrangler things, it is waterproof, so you can hose down the cabin and it will continue to work. Even all these switches are still physical switches. They will also continue to work. And speaking of switches, you also have switches on both the front seats now, because you get 12-way adjustable seating. That too is going to work underwater, up to 864 millimeters of water, the water wading capability of this car. And then you also have cameras at the front and the rear to tell you where you're going, show you your steering angle. But that's not all. You also get radars in there, because you also get ADAS tech now. And this windscreen, like probably the phone that you're watching this video on, has Gorilla Glass, so that even with all the dust and the debris, they're not going to get scratched when you use the wipers. How cool is that? Now, once you get used to driving a Wrangler on a highway, you will love the kind of poise it has, right? At the same time, if you just want to relax a little bit, if you think that it's a bit of work, now they have ADAS tech with the new Wrangler, which means you get adaptive cruise control even for the India spec model. Which means on well-paved roads like these with proper lane markings, you can simply engage the cruise control using this little switch on the steering. And as you already know, the adaptive cruise control will maintain the speed of the vehicle depending on the speed of the vehicle in front of it. So no matter what you set, it will automatically adjust the speed, automatically accelerate or decelerate whenever it needs to, according to the speed of the vehicle in front of it. And if you're not very confident about the slower brakes, you can also increase the distance that you want, the set distance that you want between you and the vehicle in front of you, all depending on your confidence level. The Wrangler is a lifestyle in itself, and the Rubicon is the absolute upper tier of that lifestyle. Till you've driven one, you will not know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you have the time, if you have the money, if you have the inclination, please go and get yourself a test drive.
We'll take a break though for now, but coming up on the other side, we pit 2 of the most popular turbo petrol SUVs against a very popular hybrid one. Stay with us, you're watching Overdrive.